Downtown Montreal stands a giant statue of John MacDonald, the man who legislatively got the ball rolling on something that would grow so large it would crush people for generations to come. Knowing how many people this man affected and how much blood is on his hands, how many futures he single-handedly fucked over with his oppressive policies, are you really surprised that Indigenous people do not want a giant statue of him towering over us as we navigate the city, which, mind you, was once originally our land? Reconciliation efforts are constantly ongoing. Something called the Truth and Reconciliation Commission finished their report on residential schools in 2015. A TRC, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, is something that's pretty common for countries around the world after a genocide has taken place in their country to research and understand the impact it has really left on their people. Our TRC provided the Government of Canada a list of 98 calls to action in 2015. These calls to action are basically a plan crafted by Indigenous people to help heal generational trauma that the residential school caused. These calls to action have various topics that include but aren't limited to child welfare, education, language and culture, health, justice, and reconciliation. The specific calls to action are a roadmap for the government to address the problems in the Indigenous communities that they created. In Justin Trudeau's speech after the statue was torn down of John MacDonald, which you heard in the beginning of the podcast, he said that he was incredibly disappointed and that this was not the path to greater justice and equality. Only 5 of the 98 calls to action presented by the TRC have been met since he took office in 2015. 5. While Trudeau has been in office, the Canadian government has been in ongoing court battles with residential school survivors for their silence. Crown Indigenous Relations and Northern